So originally this was going to be an update to a longer video, and then I realized no one wants to spend 10 minutes watching me cut strips of wood and sand them, so you get this video instead.
Okay, on the articulated lamp mount that I made yesterday, I have two issues with it. One is that this board right here, this backer, gets in the way of the wing nut, so that as you turn it, the wing nut hits and it won't swing all the way. The other problem is this piece right here is too smooth, and the arm does not want to stay up. So what I'm going to do is take this all apart. This right here, I'm going to try roughing this up, and if that doesn't work, I'll glue some sandpaper to it. And I'm going to take this apart, cut it in half, and flip them over to make L brackets rather than one solid piece. I went back and looked at this lamp arm that kept slipping down on the thing, and one thing I realized was there's the spacer right here looks very similar to this, was actually just a hair too thick. So that was sort of creating a wedge action on the end where it grips, and was one reason it was not gripping tightly around that center hub. So I took this all apart and sanded this down just a little bit thinner to where the thickness of this now matches the thickness of the hub on the other end. And I've re-glued sandpaper to it, and I'm going to allow that to dry, and we'll see how that holds up. Some close-up shots. The sandpaper is almost exactly the same color as the wood, so I'm not sure if you can even see it on there. It's been about 10 minutes since I made the modifications to this hub right here, adding the sandpaper and also narrowing the spacer that's in there. I think the most important thing was making the spacer thinner, ensuring that these arms are absolutely parallel all the way down. Although I'm sure the sandpaper helps quite a bit, but the being parallel is the most important thing I would consider, because the camera arm that I made doesn't have any sandpaper on the joints anywhere, and it is rock solid. But I made that out of plywood, which is a very consistent thickness, so all the arms are exactly parallel. Swings nicely, reaches my bandsaw, reaches my grinder. Light works. Unfortunately, this bulb is not as bright as the 200 watt bulb I had in there, but it also doesn't melt the plastic.